Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Young and the Restless spoilers Friday, August 16. Audra and Kyle tested, Billy's demand, Adam's facade. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, August 16, 2024 are here. Fans can expect Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, to test Audra Charles, Zulika Silver, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, issues a demand. Meanwhile, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, puts on a facade. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Chelsea Lawson's mistake. E&R spoilers for Friday, August 16 reveal that Adam and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, will end up in another dicey predicament. As usual, it's due to Chelsea just blurting out a bit too much. Of course, Chelsea and Adam wouldn't be having this problem if they would just be honest. At the same time, honesty doesn't make for much drama. In any case, Chelsea is already raising red flags with Billy. Even though Billy has been distracted by Chancellor Industries, he will go back to focusing on Chelsea and Adam's secret. In addition to that, Chelsea's latest outburst had witnesses. Chelsea has no idea that Billy and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, were right behind her. I&R spoilers, Billy Abbott's demand to be fair. Chelsea didn't blurt out that they got freaky that night in Baltimore. What Chelsea did say is she wanted Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, to focus on them being a team rather than noticing the tension and guilt of that one night. So Billy will demand answers. Billy already wonders if something more happened that night. While Adam and Chelsea had a cover story, it doesn't ring true to Billy. So Billy will want to know what Chelsea meant by the guilt from that one night. Billy already tried to ambush Chelsea and Adam. However, that didn't give him any answers and got Chelsea upset. So Billy might do a private confrontation this time and not let it go until he gets the truth. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Adam Newman's facade. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Friday, August 16 reveal that Adam will put on a facade. This facade will probably be to Sally. Even though Adam wants to just focus on the future, he might find it hard, especially with Chelsea's constant outbursts. At some point, Adam and Chelsea are going to realize that their secret and lies are causing more harm than good. I&R spoilers, Friday, August 16, 2024. In Friday's episode, fans might also see what Victor does next. Victor will have some sort of challenge or test for the Glissade co-CEOs. So, how will Kyle and Audra handle this test or challenge? The Genoa city skyline, bathed in the soft light of an early morning sun, seemed deceptively calm. But within the walls of Newman Enterprises and Jebugt, the tension was palpable, as Friday, August 16, promised to be a day of reckoning for many of its residents. Audra Charles, still riding the wave of her recent victories, entered Newman Media with an air of confidence. Her high heels clicked against the marble floor as she made her way to her office, where Kyle Abbott awaited her. Their relationship, both professional and personal, had been a roller coaster of passion, ambition, and secrecy. Today, however, would test the limits of their bond in ways Mather had anticipated. Kyle, already seated behind Audra's desk, looked up as she entered. His expression was one of concern, his usually charming smile replaced by a furrowed brow. "We need to talk," he said, his voice tense. Audra's smile faltered slightly as she shut the door behind her. "What's going on?" Kyle sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Victor's been keeping a close eye on us. He's not happy with how we've been handling things, especially with the Newman Media acquisition. He thinks we're getting too close, and he's worried it's affecting our work." Audra's eyes narrowed. "Is that what you think too?" Kyle hesitated, his silence speaking volumes. It was enough to send a chill down Audra's spine. The power dynamic between them had always been precarious, a balancing act of mutual benefit and underlying tension, but now it seemed the scales were tipping. "We can't afford to let personal feelings get in the way of what needs to be done," Kyle continued, his tone firm. "Victor's not someone we want to cross, and if we're not careful, this whole thing could blow up in our faces." Audra crossed her arms, her gaze never leaving Kyle's. "So, what's your plan? Are you suggesting we end whatever this is between us?" Kyle stood up, walking around the desk to stand in front of her. He reached out, taking her hands in his. "I'm not saying we end it. I'm saying we need to be smarter about it. We can't let anyone, especially Victor, see any cracks in our armor. We're a team, Audra, but we need to be more careful. Audra nodded slowly, the weight of his words sinking in. She knew Kyle was right. Their relationship had always been a gamble, one that could either pay off in spades or lead to their downfall. But for now, they would have to tread carefully or risk losing everything they had worked for. Meanwhile, across town at Chancellor Winters, Billy Abbott was gearing up for a confrontation of his own. After weeks of internal turmoil and a growing sense of restlessness, Billy had finally reached his breaking point. He had made his decision, and now it was time to take action. Lily Winters, sitting in her office and reviewing the latest numbers, looked up as Billy stormed in, his expression one of barely controlled anger. "We need to talk," he said, echoing Kyle's earlier words. Lily raised an eyebrow, setting down the papers in her hand. "What's going on, Billy?" Billy didn't waste any time, launching into his demands with the fervor of a man on a mission. "I'm tired of playing second fiddle, Lily. I've been putting in the work, doing everything I can to make Chancellor Winters a success. But I'm not getting the respect I deserve. I want a bigger role, more say in the decisions around here." Lily frowned, taken aback by his sudden outburst. "Billy, you know I value your input. But these things take time. You can't just demand more power because you're feeling frustrated." Billy shook his head, his jaw set in determination. "This isn't just about frustration, Lily. It's about being taken seriously. I've proven myself time and again, and I'm done waiting for recognition that may never come. If you can't see that, then maybe it's time I start looking elsewhere." Lily's eyes widened in shock. "Are you threatening to leave?" Billy met her gaze, his eyes burning with intensity. "I'm saying I'm done being treated like an afterthought. Either you give me what I want, or I'll find someone who will." Lily stared at him, the tension in the room thick enough to cut with a knife. She knew Billy had always been impulsive, prone to making rash decisions when pushed to the edge. But this was different. This was a side of Billy she hadn't seen in a long time, and it worried her. Before she could respond, Billy turned on his heel and walked out, leaving Lily to grapple with the implications of his ultimatum. She knew she had to act fast or risk losing not just a valuable partner, but a friend as well. Over at the Newman Ranch, Adam Newman was playing his own game of deception. After months of plotting and scheming, Adam had finally perfected his facade, presenting himself as the picture of a reformed man. But beneath the surface, his true intentions simmered, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As he sat in his father's office, listening to Victor's latest business plans, Adam nodded along, his expression one of earnest interest. But in reality, his mind was elsewhere, already calculating his next move. Victor, ever the shrewd businessman, watched his son closely, searching for any sign of duplicity. But Adam had become a master of disguise, his true feelings hidden behind a mask of compliance. "I'm proud of the work you've been doing, Adam," Victor said, his tone measured. "You've shown real dedication to the family business, and I think you're finally ready for more responsibility." Adam smiled, a calculated move designed to further earn his father's trust. "Thank you, Dad. That means a lot coming from you. I won't let you down."